Columbus, Ohio, hums soft in May 2025. The Scioto River, catching dusk's gold as James Jim Carter, 45, settles on a park bench, polo crisp, book open, its pages worn from nights chasing calm. His dark eyes, sharp with focus, trace words, a brief escape from a life wired tight. The park's a haven, kids laugh, joggers weave, yet trouble brews. Officer Ethan Walsh, badge glinting, patrols nearby, his gaze narrowing on Jim. Too still, too poised. A black man alone, suspicion flaring. No evidence, just bias dressed as instinct. Ethan mutters, "Don't know him," strides over, hand on baton, voice flat. "ID, now." Jim looks up, book closing slow, his face steady, reading Ethan's eyes. Doubt cloaked as duty. He sighs, knowing this dance, its steps worn deep. "What's the issue, officer?" Jim asks, voice even. Columbus's air tensing, a spark struck, ready to burn. The Scioto River glints under Columbus's fading sun. May 2025. Its ripples a quiet pulse against the park's hum, where James Jim Carter, 45, sits, his book now shut, fingers resting calm on its cover. Dark eyes locked on Officer Ethan Walsh, 38, whose boots scuff gravel, badge flashing as he looms, voice sharp. "I said ID now." Ethan's face, lined from 20 years patrolling, tightens, his gut screaming Jim's out of place. Too composed, too unafraid, a black man in a polo, no hint of trouble but trouble in Ethan's mind, a bias buried deep, dressed as instinct. Jim tilts his head, voice steady. "What's the issue, officer? I'm reading in a public park." The question, polite but firm, stings Ethan, who expected deference, not defiance. Columbus's air grows thick, kids' laughter fading, joggers slowing, eyes turning. Ethan steps closer, hand grazing baton. "You fit a suspect description. Let's make this easy." Jim's brow lifts, frustration flickering. "Description? Tall, black, male? That's half the city." Ethan falters, the report vague. No crime named, just a hunch he leans into, jaw set. "Don't play games," he snaps. "ID or you're under arrest." Nearby, a boy, 14, in a Cavs jersey, pauses his bike, eyes wide, clutching his phone. "Mom, some cops hassling a guy." His voice carrying a spark in Columbus's dusk. Jim exhales, knowing the edge. Rights he could claim, risks he can't ignore. "I'm asking it again, officer. What's the charge?" Jim's tone hardens, not loud, but clear. Scioto's flow a distant hum. Ethan's patience cracks. "Resisting, that's what." His hand on cuffs, voice rising, drawing stares. The boy films, shaky, whispering, "This ain't right. He's just chilling." A mom with a stroller stops, frowning deep. A jogger, earbuds out, dials a friend. "Cops at Scioto, targeting some dude." Jim's hands stay visible, slow, deliberate. "Moving carefully, officer." Reaching for his wallet, giving no excuse. Ethan snatches the ID, scanning James Carter. Nothing clicking, his suspicion blind. "Stand up," he orders, cuffs glinting. "You're coming with me." Jim rises, 6'2", shoulders square, not a flinch, his calm a wall Ethan can't crack. "For what?" Jim asks, soft, final, Scioto's breeze heavy. Ethan's voice hardens. "Suspicious behavior, enough talk." The cuffs click, cold on Jim's wrists, Columbus's dusk tensing as a man in a Reds cap shouts, "Yo, he didn't do nothing!" His wife tugging him back, scared. "Don't, they'll turn on us." The boy on the bike pedals off, yelling, "I'm telling everyone!" Nee. His video uploading, 100 views, climbing fast, Columbus stirring. Ethan grips Jim's arm, rougher than needed, leading him to the cruiser, its lights off but looming. A woman, gray braids, mutters, "Same old story." Her phone buzzing, texting church group. "Pray for this man." Jim stays silent, steps measured, feeling stares, anger, pity, fear. But his mind's elsewhere, plotting. knowing Ethan's mistake is bigger than this park. Ethan opens the door, guiding Jim in. Pride masking doubt. Scioto's trees blurring as the boy's clip hits X. Cop cuffs innocent guy. 500 views, comments raging. Racist! Let him go! At the precinct gate, a rookie cop waves Ethan through, glancing at Jim, then away. Columbus's hum shifting, phones lighting up. Jim sits, wrists aching, eyes on the city's pulse, his book left on the bench, a jogger picking it up, whispering, "This guy's trouble? No way!" Ethan drives, radio crackling, dispatch routine, his jaw tight. "What were you really doing, Carter?" Jim meets his eyes in the mirror. "Told you reading." Ethan scoffs. "A guy like you, just reading?" Jim's voice cools. "Like me, huh?" The silence cuts. Scioto's flow a ghost. Columbus waking. The boy's video at 5,000 views. A fire lit. Truth clawing free, raw, unstoppable. Columbus's night crackles tense in May 2025. The Scioto River, a faint shimmer beyond precinct walls, where Officer Ethan Walsh, 38, parks his cruiser, knuckles white, eyes flicking to James Jim Carter, 45, cuffed in the back, silent, dark eyes unreadable, fixed on neon-lit streets. Ethan's gut churns, Jim's calm gnaws, not the fear he expects, but he shoves it down, badge heavy, certain he's right. Inside, fluorescents buzz, phones ring. Officers glance as Ethan leads Jim to booking, grip firm. "Stand there." Officer Todd Ramsey, 29, takes Jim's ID, brow furrowing at James Carter. A spark flashing. 2019, a name from a briefing, Cincinnati chaos. But he stays quiet, typing slow, eyes darting to Jim, then Ethan. "Charge?" Todd asks, cautious. "Suspicious behavior resisting," Ethan snaps, Columbus's air thick with stakes unseen. Jim stands, wrists chafed, catching Todd's hesitation. Someone knows. Ethan, blind to it, pushes. "Process him now." A door swings. Captain. Sarah Coleman, 42, strides in, sharp eyes scanning, hair tight, uniform crisp. "Walsh, what's this?" she asks, voice even, but her glance at Jim shifts. Recognition, faint, a 2023 conference, FBI's rising star. Ethan straightens. "Scioto Park, Captain. Matched a suspect. Wouldn't cooperate," Sarah's lips thin, reading Jim's calm, Ethan's edge. "My office," she orders. Columbus pausing, officers watching, a storm brewing. In Sarah's office, law books neat, she shuts the door. "Walsh, out." Ethan blinks. "Captain?" "Out," she repeats, no debate. Ethan steps into the hall, pulse spiking. Something's wrong, Scioto's hum distant. Alone, Sarah faces Jim, voice low. "Agent Carter, FBI Columbus, right?" "I'm sorry." Jim nods, faint smile. "No need, Captain, but this," lifts cuffed wrists, "is deeper than me." Sarah sighs. "Tell me." Jim's tone hardens. Reading, black, cuffed. Walsh saw skin, not facts. Sarah nods. "He'll answer, but keep your role quiet. I need to dig. Walsh's file's messy, 2019, you know it?" Jim's eyes narrow. "Cincinnati?" Sarah confirms. "You pulled him out, didn't you? He doesn't even know." Jim pauses. Scioto's calm a memory. 2019, smoke, gunfire. Ethan pinned, Jim's team extracting, his arm grazed. "Wasn't personal," Jim says. "But he forgot." Sarah uncuffs him. "I'll handle this, get you out, agree to stay low." Jim rubs wrists. "Not my first, Captain. It's not FBI. It's why I needed to be." Sarah respects it. Internal review starts now. She calls Ethan in. "Release him." Ethan fumbles keys, cuffs off, Jim's eyes piercing. "Thanks, officer." Ethan mutters. "Free to go?" Avoiding Jim. Columbus's precinct humming, phones buzzing. A park video hits 50,000 views. "Cops racist." Sarah escorts Jim out, whispering, "We'll talk." Walsh's past complicates this. Jim nods, Stepping into night. Scioto's breeze cool, his book gone, fight begun. Ethan at his desk sees the clip. Crowd shouting, "Let him go!" Hands shaking, hearing whispers. Carter, saved Walsh? His stomach drops, 2019 flashing. Gunfire. A shadow pulling him free. No face, just blood. Sarah watches Ethan, eyes narrowing. You don't even know who you cuffed. Columbus divides, X raging. Hero or thug? Scioto's truth breaking, raw, fierce. Columbus roars awake in May 2025, the Scioto River glinting under tense dawn, its banks silent as James Jim Carter, 45, ducks into a high street diner. Polo rumpled, dark eyes sharp, dodging cameras, seeking coffee, not fame. A viral video, cop cuffs innocent black man, explodes past 2 million views. Shaky footage of Jim cuffed, Officer Ethan Walsh Stern, Scioto Park's dusk eternal online. Carter. Wronged trending, Columbus's pulse raw. Outside the precinct, hundreds gather, signs blazing. No badge for bias. A nurse chanting, Siki, he was reading. Factions split. Ex-posts defend Ethan. Cops need leeway. Others scream, fire him. A new clip leaks. Jim's FBI badge. Blurred, decorated agent. Columbus reels. Truth fracturing. Ethan, 38, on leave, slumps in his dark apartment. TV blaring. News confirms Jim, FBI star, saved cops in 2019. Ethan's beer spills, shock mixing shame. He cuffed his savior? Flashes hit, gunfire, Cincinnati, Jim's shadow. Ethan's life spared, forgotten till now. His phone buzzes. Old partner. You okay? He's not. Scioto's breeze a ghost, muttering. Protocol? Hollow. Columbus unforgiving. At the precinct, Captain Sarah Coleman faces Mike's. We regret Mr. Carter's arrest. Full review underway. Questions bite. Racist cop fired? Sarah's firm. Justice, not rush. A protester throws a bottle. Glass shattering. Columbus's hum jagged. Jim at the diner, sips coffee, TV replaying cuffs, volume low. A pastor slides in. You're Carter, 19, you saved my nephew, a cop. Jim nods. Just work. The pastor presses. Columbus needs your story, you're us. Jim's jaw tightens, saved 3, bled, yet cuffed for skin. The pastor's tweet, Jim's heroism, hits 200,000 shares. Hero, not suspect. A new threat rises. A group, Blue Line Defenders, posts. Carter's playing victim. Their flyer hints trouble, naming Jim's street. Scioto's calm fading. Outside, protests swell. A grandma holds, FBI or not, he's human. But a brick flies, cracking a precinct window. Columbus teetering. Ethan, on X, sees Jim's face. Those eyes. 2019. Now Scioto. Burning through. Scioto's current relentless. He scrolls Blue Line's threats, stomach twisting. They're wrong, but... Bias lingers, fading slow. At a community center, Jim meets locals, no press. I'm tired of proving I belong, he says, voice low. A teen nods. We're you, man. National news picks up. CNN. FBI agent cuffed. Reform now? Columbus's storm grows. Blue Line's flyer circulating. Teach Carter a lesson. Ethan watches live streams. Chants, sirens. Knowing he lit this. Scioto's dusk heavy. Jim dodging shadows. Columbus at its breaking point. Truth roaring. Raw. Alive. Columbus simmers in June 2025. The Scioto River's gleam dulled by haze. Its banks quiet as James Jim Carter, 45, sits at his kitchen table. A kid's letter. I want to be FBI like you. Sparking a half smile, his dark eyes soft, tea loose, cuffs a fading sting. The city churns. Video at 10 million. Adha Carter wronged a war cry. Columbus raw with justice demands. At the precinct, Captain Sarah Coleman, 42, studies Ethan Walsh's body cam. Ethan's bark. I'd. Jim's calm. Reading, ignored. Scioto's dusk, damning. Witnesses, a jogger, a mom. Confirm. Jim innocent, Ethan blind, bias bare. Sarah's jaw sets, reform her vow. Columbus's pulse unsteady. Ethan, 38, badge gone, sits in Sarah's office, eyes sunken. Tell me, she says, steel-edged. Ethan shifts. Suspect match, Captain. Robberies. Stress. His voice cracks. Body cam haunting. Jim's hands open. No fight. Sarah cuts. Stress doesn't profile Ethan. You ignored him. Ethan nods. I messed up. Didn't mean. Sarah's eyes blaze. You missed 2019 too. Carter saved you. Ethan freezes. Cincinnati burning. Jim's shadow. His pulse then. Now shame. Terminated, Sarah says, final. Ethan's world collapsing. Scioto mocking his fall. Jim, home, scrolls X. Sarah's presser. Walsh is gone. Reform begins. Comments split. Too soft. Finally. But Jim's mind drifts. The kid's letter heavy. His FBI boss calls. Leave Columbus, Jim. Heat's bad. Jim refuses. This is home. He's free but bitter. FBI, not fairness, spared him. At a bar, Ethan downs whiskey, TV replaying 2019. Jim dragging cops, bleeding. A patron mutters, You cuffed him? Ethan's gut twists. Another ghost, 2015. A false arrest, swept under, now echoing. Scioto's current crushing. Columbus shifts, protests fade, talks rise. A teen paints. Justice lives. Jim's face faint, mural glowing. Sarah meets Jim at a deli. Bias training, oversight board, she says. Jim nods. Rules aren't enough, Captain. It's belief. Sarah agrees. We'll dig deeper. Ethan, alone, sees Blue Line's flyer. Carter's a fraud. His old bias stirs, then dies. Jim's eyes. 2019 Park. Too real. He trashes the flyer, writes, Carter, I failed you. Unsent. Scioto's truth sinking. At a church, Jim speaks. I'm no hero, just a man. A woman cries, You're enough. Columbus heals, murals spread, but Blue Line lurks. Scioto's dusk wary, truth cutting, raw, mending, alive. Columbus pulses warm in July 2025, the Scioto River catching noon's fire. Its banks alive as James Jim Carter, 45, steps into a precinct room, sweater simple, dark eyes steady, facing 30 cops, badges glinting, some tense, others open. Captain Sarah Coleman, 42, nods. Agent Carter teaches today. Her voice firm, Columbus's hum hopeful, scars easing. Jim speaks. Scioto Park, I was cuffed for my skin. That's our start. His truth hits. A rookie fidgets. A veteran scowls. But Jim holds firm. Scioto's calm his route. Change his blade. I'm FBI, he says. But respect isn't my badge. It's yours for all. A cop challenges. Split-second calls. How? Jim's steel. See clear, not fear. X erupts. Carter teaches trends. Video at 15 million. He's fixing cops. Sarah rolls out body cams, forms a community board. Nurses, barbers, vets, eyes on badges. At Jim's workshop, a mural teen bows. You're why I paint. Jim grins. You're why I talk. Scioto's breeze lifts, Columbus knitting. Ethan Walsh, 38, no badge, guards a mall, eyes heavy, slipping into Jim's public talk, hearing, forgive, learn. Jim's voice cutting, Scioto's flow relentless. Outside, Blue Line heckles. Carter's fake. Ethan steps up. Back off. He's real. His voice shakes. First stand. Scioto's truth stirring. Jim faces a precinct skeptic. Officer Diaz. This training's fluff. Jim counters. I was you once, assuming. Cost me a partner. Oh, 8. Diaz quiets. Jim's loss. Scioto's shadow. Binding them. Columbus listening. Ethan mails. Carter, I was blind. Learning. Unsigned. Jim keeps it. Focus on reform, not grudges. Day of Unity, Pax Scioto Park. Chalk hearts bloom. A pastor prays. Equal souls. Jim visits, sees mural, his book, eyes fierce, slips away. Scioto's dusk, his shield. Sarah briefs. Complaints drop 20%. Training sticks. Diaz admits. I check bias now. Ethan, teaching teens, says, I judged wrong. Don't. Columbus grows. Talks multiply. Scioto's light bright. Truth forging. Raw. Steady. Columbus blazes bold in May 2026. The Scioto River sparkling under spring's glow. Its banks vibrant as James Jim Carter, 46, sits on his park bench. Same spot. New book. Sweater loose. Dark eyes tracing words. A faint smile. Scioto's calm now home. Not battle. Kids kick a ball. A jogger waves. Columbus's hum warm. Protests faded. Truth rooted deep. Captain Sarah Coleman, 43, speaks at a D.C. summit. Carter's training slashed complaints 30%. Her voice proud. Scioto's legacy rippling. Cops from Denver to Miami listening. Jim's name a whisper, not a shout. At the precinct, a plaque reads, For all J.C. No statue, Jim's call. He rejected a medal. Columbus earned it, he told counsel. Scioto's flow his reward. Sarah, honored for reforms, says, Carter led us. Jim trains quietly. X at 25 million. From cuffs to change. But he dodges mics, letting Scioto speak. Ethan Walsh, 39, runs a youth gym, no badge, telling kids, I misjudged a hero, lost my job, face your wrongs. At a Scioto vigil, Unity Day, he sees Jim, hesitates, then speaks. Thanks for my second shot. Jim nods. Keep teaching. Scioto's breeze seals it. Columbus whole. A city gala plans to crown Jim. Banners ready. But he slips away, leaving a note. Honor the people. Sarah reads it to thousands, eyes wet. He's right. Blue Line's last rally fizzles. Their leader, shamed, admits. Carter's legit. Ethan steps up, public mic. I cuffed him, was wrong. Learn from me. Gasps ripple, Jim in the crowd, nods, silent, Scioto's light binding. A girl, 10, by Jim's bench. You the book guy? He laughs. Guess so. She points. For everyone, JC. You? Jim shrugs. It's us. Columbus thrives. Murals bloom, talks pack halls, reforms go national. Scioto's dusk golden. Jim walks off, book tucked, a cop tipping cap, kids waving, no fanfare, respect enough. Sarah gets grants, Ethan coaches, be fair, always. Columbus stands tall, justice alive, raw, eternal. Subscribe, folks. This Ohio epic burns bright. America, more heroes await.